Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am Nurse T. Sorry for my voice. I don't know what's going on. I guess it's my allergies or something. I don't know. But anyways, today we're going to talk about how to manage stress in nursing and healthcare fields. All right, so if you're RN, LPN, CNA, doctor, whatever you are in the healthcare field, stay tuned because I'm going to teach you a couple ways how to avoid burnout and improve your mental and physical state. Okay, so I want to talk about how to manage stress just because working in a hospital, we do a lot of long hours. We do a lot of physical demanding things, a lot of emotional demanding things as well too. So it's important for us as healthcare workers to know how to do that appropriately. Okay. So this is what we're going to do today, y'all. We're going to talk about the reality of stress. We're going to talk about how to deal with that stress and all those things in between. I know you're going to say, well, I don't have time for self-care. Like, duh. A lot of us don't. But listen, baby, if you can't care for yourself, what makes you think you can care for a patient? Oh, wait. Exactly, you can't. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so the reality of stress is, like I said, we work long hours, y'all. We deal with a lot of stress. We deal with multiple patients with a little tight schedule. I know 12 hours is a lot of time to the normal person, but in the nursing field, when you have 3 or 4 patients, it's a tight ass schedule. And I'm gonna just be real, it's a tight ass schedule. We deal with loss, we deal with happiness, we deal with our own stuff, we deal with critical situations where you really gotta basically save a life. So there is things that we can do. You're not alone. I'm going to help you through the situation, okay? Because I was once there. Okay, so tip number 1. All right, for this, I want you to prioritize your own self-care, okay? But we're only going to do it for 5 minutes. So we can pause this video for 5 minutes, but I really want you guys just to sit down in a chair or in your bed, lay down, close your eyes for 5 minutes, and just take slow, deep breaths, okay? So we're going to do 2 deep breaths with each other, okay? So ready? Deep breath in and let it out. Give me one more. And out. All right. So doing that for 5 minutes, y'all, that's prioritizing self-care because you're relaxing your mind, you're relaxing your body. That's what you need to do. If you don't have time to go get a massage, you don't have time to go for a walk in the neighborhood or go to the park, you don't have time to go to brunch, literally sit in your bed, sit in a chair, and just take deep breaths, y'all, okay? It is as simple as that. Whether it's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, however long you can do it, I will literally suggest you to do it because it literally makes a big difference, even if it is just 5 minutes. All right, so tip number 2, it kind of intertwines with tip number 1. It's called mindfulness and breathing techniques. So as nurses or doctors or whatever you are in the healthcare field, we often are fast-paced. We're often moving pretty fast. And it's important to stay within that moment. Whenever you are feeling like you are stressed out, like I said earlier, take those deep breaths like we practiced earlier in this video. The benefits of that is it reduces stress, it slows down your heart rate, and it helps you stay focused, okay? Especially if you're night shift, I would highly suggest you to do these things. Inhaling for a few seconds, holding it, and exhaling slowly is definitely a way to de-stress. We need to de-stress, y'all. Tip number 3. All right, so tip number 3 is called set realistic expectations and boundaries, y'all. So what I have written down is set realistic expectations and boundaries. In healthcare, we often want to do everything and help everyone. You know who I'm talking to. But it's important to know your limits. Set boundaries with coworkers and patients, and don't hesitate to ask for help when needed. Please ask for help, y'all. Now, it would be different if your staff is not helping you at all and they're isolating you. Okay, that's different. You need to leave the hospital or facility, whatever it's at. But remember, it is okay to say no sometimes, and doing so will prevent unnecessary stress and exhaustion. So, y'all, I know we want to get to the money. We want to pick up these extra shifts. You know you want to push yourself, but know your limits. Yeah, you could probably do 4 or 5 shifts in a row, but you need to make sure that you off a couple days to relax and recover. For those that are doing, For those that are doing more than 4 or 5 shifts in a row, kudos to you. But just know that there is a possibility that you probably won't be nursing for that long. I'm just saying, don't shoot me, don't get on my case. I'm just saying, y'all, nursing takes out a lot of your body, your mind, everything. So yeah, the money looks good. Yeah, you offer this amount of days, but how does your body feel afterwards? How do you think your body will feel in 10 years, 15 years? Tip number 4 is create a support system. I know this is very cliche to say, and I kind of don't like this tip because what if you're trying to be independent or something? But y'all, one, if you want to be Miss Independent or Mr. Independent, set you a schedule, okay? You don't say that's for old folks. No. Set you a schedule, y'all, because like I said, in order to take care of somebody else, you have to take care of yourself. Setting a schedule will help you stay on track of what you need to do for that day to make sure yourself, your family, whoever, your dog, your cat, your sister, whoever is taken care of, okay? Including yourself. So for my notes, I have build a support system. You're not in this alone, and having a support system at work is essential. So at work, one of my assignments, we had buddies. We had the buddy system. It was 3 or 4 nurses whoever was on that side are basically buddies. So if I need help, I'm going to call this person to come help me. I know most of us nurses have that little system, but I think a lot of facilities should incorporate this more because it helps alleviate more stress from nurses, and also on the charge nurse, because a lot of people call the charge nurse for everything, when in reality, the nurse next door can literally help us. So just keep that in mind. It says, whether it's a fellow nurse, a supervisor, or even a mentor, having someone you can lean on during tough times can make it all the difference. Don't be afraid to talk to someone when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed. Y'all, I know we don't like, I know we don't like counseling. Y'all, I've been to many different counseling situations, counseling appointments, I guess you could say. It's not as bad as you think, y'all. And you realize that you're okay. You think that you're okay, but you realize like, okay, maybe I'm not okay. Maybe I do need this, okay? You don't have to go to a shrink. I know some people use that word. You don't have to go to a shrink, y'all. You can literally go to someone at church, somebody you trust, like family, friends, whoever you trust, let it all out. I think once I was in nursing school, they really talked about how it's important to talk to your counselor, talk to a friend or something. Let it all out after a shift, because you don't want to go home and take what you have from work home, because then that messes up your home situation. Or vice versa, you don't want to take what's going on at home to work. So just keep that in mind. Create a support system, y'all. It's doable. It really is. Don't be afraid for counseling. All right, number 5. So number 5 is find your stress relief outlet. Y'all, there is so many things to do in this world, so many hobbies. I really don't hear many people talk about their hobbies nowadays. A lot of people just be like, oh, social media content. No, I need you to get a hobby. Okay. So for me, I love bowling. I've always loved bowling since high school. I've joined many adult bowling leagues for fun, but also just to relieve stress. It helps a lot because, I don't know, throwing that ball down that lane, like releasing that anger and just, it really helps, y'all. So like different hobbies are like, I know some people are into biking. I know some people are into pickleball. Pickleball is kind of one of the little most popular hobbies that are coming up. Join a little team or just join a little like fun day, open court day, and go out there and have some fun. So like I said, whether it's a hobby, exercise, spending time with loved ones, or just binge watching a show, baby, because I love sitting on the couch and binge watching a show, okay? Make sure you have something that helps you unwind and de-stress, okay? But also to make sure you have some time to get physical. I don't know what kind of cardio you want to do. That's up to you and your peoples. But if you want to go to the gym, I would highly suggest going to the gym, making that a hobby, okay? Because like I said, your health is your wealth. Let's see. It's essential to recharge your battery outside of work so you can bring your best self back to work. I know we don't want to go back to work, because I ain't gonna lie, I never want to go back to work. But when we do go to work, we need to make sure that we're recharged, and we need to make sure that we are in the right headspace, because if we are not, the care that we will give that day is not going to be adequate. It's not going to equal up to the facility's core values or mission statement, okay? So I had to add that a little in there. But just keep in mind, okay, y'all, find your stress relief outlet. Boxing, bowling, pickleball, running, exercise, cardio, whatever. All right? Okay, so I'd say all that to say, healthcare is a very rewarding profession, but it is also a very stressful profession. But prioritizing your mindfulness techniques, your self-care, setting boundaries, building a support system, and finding stress relief outlets, you can manage the stress and thrive in your role, okay? I really want a lot of people to understand this. I really want a lot of people to emphasize this. Whether your mom is a nurse, whether your sister is a nurse, if you see them and they're stupid tired, sit them down and talk to them, or show them this video. Send them this video. Because y'all, remember, your well-being matters just as much as your patient's. If you found these tips helpful, please leave a comment, please share, please like, please do all the things, because this can possibly change somebody's life. Just for a little background before we leave, y'all, like, I was one of those nurses that were working like 7 days a week, sometimes even 6, something like that in a row. And it burned me out so badly. Like, I'm still at bedside and I'm still a little bit burnt out, but I was so burnt out, y'all. I was calling out. I would be fine at home, but once it was like time to go to work, I'll start getting flushed. My skin would start like hiving, like it was bad. There was one time where I was about to faint, y'all. And when I say this brought me to tears, and it brought me to realization that I need to manage my stress better, this is why I want to emphasize the importance of this video, y'all, because you never know when your health is going to turn left, okay? And you have to prioritize yourself before you prioritize your patients. I know we want this money. I know we want the benefits, yada, yada, yada. But you can't be in a hospital bed because you got very high blood pressure, like how I was, and expect life to keep going on, that you can still go to work. It just doesn't work like that. Like, y'all, I was in a hospital bed with almost 200s over 120s, I think. Like, basically about the C's. Like, it was bad. So please, y'all, please take care of yourself, okay? So share this video because it means a lot to me, because I personally went through my own situation. Maybe somebody else is going through their situation at this moment. Share it, like it, comment. But I'll see you guys later, okay? Bye.